Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. I'm headed to San Diego in a few short hours. Gonna be going home for Thanksgiving with the fiance. We're gonna be doing two Thanksgivings, one for each family. And I wrote down this list, and I've been researching this a lot in the last year and getting a lot of different sources. And I actually have more. So this is gonna be 12 ways to increase your testosterone naturally. And it's a very interesting thing because I didn't know that we're in a little bit of a epidemic in a lot of ways, and that over the right now, along with men, 30 right now the levels of testosterone in men is 37% decrease across the board. Right, we have less testosterone than our dads. Our dads have less testosterone than our grandfathers, and this continues to happen. There's a lot of reasons, and I won't go into all the reasons, but you know, Americans consume four times more meds than the entire world combined, and also sperm count has decreased 1% since the 70s. So we're at a 50% decrease in sperm count compared, that's 1% a year. And these are some things that are very interesting. Is we're also 80% of Americans are obese. There's a lot of things that are like, whoa, we need to really take a look at this. And for men, especially since I'm a guy, I've been looking at this type of stuff. Women hormones are equally important, but with testosterone, we're finding out all these things that are happening. And I might make a different video about the reasons why, if anybody's curious. Otherwise, if you just are looking to like how do you increase testosterone naturally, I'm not talking about hormone therapy or anything like that. You know, consult a doctor or something on that one. But these are some things that I've been finding, and I actually have a longer list, but I wanted to take 12 that maybe you haven't heard before. There's a lot of great videos, videos like with Andrew Huberman, for example, Huberman Labs. A lot of good ones on how you can kind of biohack to get better testosterone naturally. So I'm just going to jump right in because I got a few meetings today and I want to make sure I'm on time. So first one, the most obvious one is exercise. Okay, so number one, exercise. You should be doing an exercise that's using testosterone, ideally some kind of endurance or full body movement. Endurance training, I like to do triathlons from time to time. It's a really good way of like running, swimming, biking. You're kind of hitting a bunch. Doing a HIIT workout, interval training, doing CrossFit is really good. But you want to change it up. And I like to always every quarter do a different, okay, I'm going to be doing this half marathon or this Ironman, or, I'm going to do this CrossFit something, some kind of challenge. That has multiple benefits. And if you really want to combine it, CrossFit's really good if you have like guy time. Going to CrossFit, doing a workout, meeting a goal has multiple benefits. You do some kind of something that's going to challenge you, the effort, and then the reward also boosts your testosterone. So number one, exercise. And there's multiple things that really be doing. I exercise 5-6 times a week. Food. Second thing, food. Eat organic. Ideally, eat organic and eat local if you can. A lot of people don't realize that when food kind of crosses the international boundary, it gets microwaved. It gets a lot of radiation put into it. And you want to make sure you're eating clean food as close to as nature intended. It doesn't matter if you're a vegetarian, carnivore diet, or anything like that, but you want to eat as close to nature intended, ideally a blend. You want to eat local, okay? So eat as local as you can, eat as organic as you can. And if you want to take it a step further, keto is better. Number 3, 30 minutes at the end of the day, for 30 minutes, you want to recharge your battery, in your internal battery. You want to take 30 minutes because if you're in sales, for example, tech sales, you're actually using a lot of testosterone. If you're using something that requires a lot of concentration, you're using testosterone because this video, I'm putting out energy. You're using testosterone as what you're doing. So you want to make sure that at the end of the day, there's a 30-minute window where you take a minute to recharge and rejoin either your significant other, partner, or your family. You can do meditation, go for a walk outside, walk the dog. A lot of people don't realize back, in the 60s and 50s and really up till a few years ago, your commute home was a way of guys for recharging. Okay, listening to good music on the way home and kind of just getting re-energized, getting the worries of the day out. This is a risk for, especially if you work from home And if if it's all of a sudden going from work to then like family mode, and you've depleted a lot of your testosterone and you haven't rejuvenated in a lot of ways. So make sure you're spending 30 minutes. I like to kind of take different things. Either I'll do a workout, go for a walk, do some meditation, or do something. Sometimes it's just like, I'm going to watch a comedy for 30 minutes before Jess comes home. Just as ways to replenish that. So make sure you're doing that. If you don't, it's also like, it's something to replenish. So you're always using your testosterone and replenishing. It's the same idea as exercising, where you work out and you relax. Okay? So next thing, leadership skills. Huge thing. This is why we talk about, look at the description for different things that you can help to develop your leadership skills, but you want to be more decisive. You want to be decision making. You want to do something that has a project. You're starting a cycle, you're finishing a cycle. Constantly getting better at your leadership skills also boosts your testosterone naturally when you're becoming the leader or decision maker in some way or capacity, owning your own business. Look at the description on, Brian Tracy is a great way of developing leadership skills, public speaking, sales, negotiation, having a side hustle. And I have a few different ones, and some of my recommendations you can look in the description below. But having a side hustle, some project you're focused on where you're the decision maker and you're taking action. We talk about tech sales and cybersecurity being a project manager where you're in charge of other people. Now you got to earn it, but when you get there, it's a way of boosting your testosterone naturally. And just do the little things that put you at cause over your environment, little things that make you make the decision. Okay, so don't be wishy-washy. Try to be decisive as well as polite. Okay, next thing, fasting. Very, very important. Fasting, there's a lot of ways you can do fasting. Intermittent fasting, which is probably the most popular one. Alternative day fasting, which is every other day you're doing 20-hour fasts. Doing a water fast for 3 or 4 days. We were watching a special a few days ago on that. It's tough. I have a few friends that have done it. It's a tough one to do. Bone broth fast, doing 3 to 4 days of just sipping on bone broth, having a lot of water. That's something I did recently if you saw the video. That's also a term of fasting that actually boosts your testosterone and helps balance hormones. Okay. Water. You should be drinking half your body weight in water. Okay, so I'm about 180, 190, 200, depending, but usually like 190, about 190 pounds. And so I need, how much do I need? 95 pounds. I need 95 ounces of water per day to make sure that I'm cleansing as well as I am making sure the testosterone and I'm as efficient. The other thing too that I didn't know about was actually having a little bit of protein before coffee. Coffee has a specific enzyme that breaks it down. And I've been doing this for years where I didn't know that I just like when I wake up, have coffee. And there's a lot of ways to optimize this where ideally, it depends if you're having a fasting day or not, but ideally you're waking up and you don't have coffee. You're spending an hour and a half of like waiting before any type of caffeine or working out beforehand. Very ideal. If you have a little bit of like mushroom protein beforehand, a little bit, or like a hard-boiled egg, it actually helps with that and will boost your testosterone even more so. Cleanses. Guys know I'm a big believer in having cleanses. You got to change the oil from time to time. There's colon cleanse, liver gallbladder cleanse, kidney cleanse, heavy metal cleanse, parasite cleanse, candida cleanse, and a full body cleanse. Zuma is a good brand, as well as Dr. Schultz is a good brand that I've used before. And then there's a lot of ones like Dr. Axe. It's just home stuff you can do. Very inexpensive. Very good to do. Okay, next thing is the sun. Getting enough sunlight. If you are living in like San Diego, like I used to, it's like 15 to 30 minutes outside. Really does well. Also, without sunglasses, seeing in your naked eye, having sunlight go in, as well as making sure you're getting that vitamin D. So being outside actually changes your biochemistry. So don't be a shut-in. Make sure you're going outside. Sometimes I take phone calls. I'll let them know like, hey, I'm going to be walking around, and I go outside to take phone calls, and I'll go for a walk for 30 minutes. If you're in San Diego, 15-30 minutes. If you're in below the North Parallel, basically kind of where I am, like near Portland and above, then you want to get 60 minutes. So you need that much more sunlight, just in case. What else? So I'll talk about a few different things that are bonuses. Hot cold therapy. Hot cold therapy, doing extreme temperatures in a sauna and then a cold plunge. Like cold plunge is usually 37 degrees Fahrenheit. A sauna should be at 190 degrees. You know, we were doing this last weekend, and there's a lot of cool science. I don't know the specific statistic, but it's like 16 times it can like boost your testosterone. Something really good to use. You know, all you have to do, kind of like starting off, taking cold showers. It's the easiest way to kind of start off that process. I mean, you don't have to invest thousands and thousands of dollars, but start doing that. And then healthy protein. Make sure you're having like K2 supplementation. So there's a lot of ways you can do it. Probably the easiest way, you know, actually, I lived in Japan, and natto beans and soybeans actually have a lot of K2 in it and will raise your testosterone. And damn, that I didn't know that because I hated the taste, but apparently that was like something crazy percentile. The next one below that is having beef liver, you know, and I was thinking of I'm going to be trying out some beef liver capsules, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, beef liver also is really good for you. And the last bonus, last thing to naturally do it, which I'm a little weirded out saying it, is if anybody's ever heard of NoFap, which means basically not jerking off, to be honest. So, you know, resisting that urge for, you know, a period of time. So yeah, I'm not talking about being like a celibate monk or anything, but, you know, and be with your partner and all that jazz, but resist the urge of watching porn. Try to give up porn completely. And apparently if you do that, and then Andrew Huberman from Huberman Labs, you can watch his channel that he talks about it. He's a Stanford professor talking about it, that over the course of a week, if you don't release, it boosts your testosterone like some crazy number, like 5x. So something to consider is resisting the urge. I feel really weird saying this out loud because I'm going to be putting this on public, but yeah, all those things combined. So if you do one of those things, it's going to boost your testosterone. You start doing all of that, whoa, you're going to really transform your hormones and transform your life in about think of that compound effect over a year. So you don't have to do all these at once. Start doing one at a time and see the results within yourself. You know, it's very interesting, and you should always like listen to your own your intuition on health and everything. All right. Hope that was helpful. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Hope that wasn't too weird, but comment below if it was something you liked. If you want more information, feel free to message me. I usually send I have my email in the description, and feel free to reach out. Okay. All right. Cheers.